Skra. Pa, 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 ka, ka. Bro.
I've never heard that, bro.
Bro, it's everywhere. That shit. Okay, apparently it's some comedian that went on Tim Westwood.
Remember, look at the TV.
Tim Westwood, you know
Okay.
Tim Westwood?
Yeah, I know Tim Westwood.
He went on there and started freestyling, I guess. I don't know if it was a freestyle written.
Okay.
This dude, there was a part of the song where he goes, the tango skrr, and all the gun sounds and shit. I don't gotta tell the audience. They heard that shit. Everyone's heard that shit.
Obviously
and
not.
that little part blew up. It blew up to a point where this dude made it an actual song, man.
The entire song is
He
that?
made it like a studio version. It's on Spotify. This dude recorded a video.
When was it released?
A couple weeks ago. A music video.
Okay, so of course I'm not gonna know, bro. You know I got other crap going on in my life.
Bro, but it was everywhere on the internet. How the ting goes.
I'll have to listen to it. Okay, but this is a good intro. So welcome everybody. Thank you guys for joining us for yet another episode of
Another one.
Get those sayings in there, bro. Which, by the way, he is hilarious.
I'm also sick, so pardon my voice.
It sounds funny right now.
And my mittens. My laugh is a lot more attractive than this. I'm just playing.
A lot more attractive.
I got a sexy ass laugh. I can't even front.
Oh, God. Thank you guys for joining us for the 36th episode of... No, is it 36, bro?
You're welcome.
Huh?
You're welcome.
You're welcome, bro. Is this where you get cocky right now?
Because I joined you.
Yeah, which is the last time you came on the show, bro? Let the audience know.
We talked about sports.
Yes, which was the 4th episode.
Hoopin'.
Don't forget that, bro.
Hoopin'.
Don't forget that. That's
Hoopin' and poopin'.
That's some bull crap. Okay, so yo, just fill in the mic right now.
Just what?
Just keep talking.
Bro, listen. For today's conversational topic station, there's something we need to address.
Okay, I got it. Okay, so yeah, everybody, thank you guys.
What were you doing?
I was just making sure this was the 36th episode.
I thought you were texting me some shit.
No. Okay, thank you guys for joining us for the 36th episode of the Rhinos Aliens show. As you guys can see, this is the show where we could be ourselves. Well, we're always ourselves, but this is a show where we're just random and we talk
We're not
about...
fake this time.
Yo, you and freaking Jordan would have the best freaking...
We gotta do an episode where we're all together.
Okay, well, thank you guys for joining us. And today, Sebastian wanted to talk about the music industry.
The current state of hip-hop.
Yes, that's the specific aspect. Now, what got you onto this point and why do you want to talk about this?
Okay, I was on Twitter the other day, right?
Yeah.
Just tweeting. Just scrolling through the timeline. I was going through the timeline, and I see some dude, I assume is a rapper. He had the look. I'm just saying, like the look of the new rappers. You know, before you couldn't tell who was a rapper until they started rapping. You could be any color, any look, dress however you want.
Besides the hood rappers.
The hood rappers,
yeah.
Anybody else could have been a rapper, and you were like, oh, I didn't know until you rapped. But these days, all these SoundCloud ass, repetitive hook motherfucking rappers, they all sound the same and they'll look the same. So when I seen this dude with a bunch of face tats at where the fuck was
Yo, did you hear about that white rapper who died? Who was supposedly a rapper, Lil Yacht?
Lil Pee?
Yeah.
That's what I call him now. No, okay. Yo, somebody told me he was an emo rapper. I said, first of all, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is an emo rapper?
Isn't that still a rapper though?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. We letting everybody. It's like the whole gender thing where we're letting the people choose their genders. We can't let people choose fucking their genres.
Well,
start making up shit like, nah, I'm a country emo rapper. Bitch, that's not a thing.
Well, now we know where you fall on that spectrum for that category.
Yeah, there's only 2 genders. Only 2. Shut up. Alright, anyway, so I was in the timeline and I see this rapper at a Denny's recording himself and the camera pans down.
Oh, so you personally saw?
I saw the video.
In person? Oh, okay.
And he fucking pans down the camera and he's getting a blowjob at Denny's. I'm like, who the fuck is this dude? And I click on
is it real? Is it actually
It's real. And I click on the fucking video, the page of whoever the fuck this nobody is.
Okay.
And I find out he's a rapper. And I know he's a rapper because he had a picture with Lil Pump.
Okay.
And I only know who Lil Pump is because my girlfriend's little brother showed me who this dude is. I heard the name a lot.
Which is sad. That's the story itself, right?
Just to be clear, I don't know any of these new rappers, or at least I didn't until I started. I knew of their names. Like I would hear, oh, Lil Pump, Lil Yachty. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And then this guy at work would be like, you know who he is. You play the song. The song plays on the radio all the time while I'm at work. I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't pay attention to these new shit. It's so terrible. It's all mumble rap, and it's all the same beat.
Try to keep your hand in.
It has a lot of bass. You know, it all sounds like every other song, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, so I went on a Twitter rant.
Just so the audience members knows, Sebastian went to a music school. He has some.
I don't know why I did that. Sorry.
That was a Francis moment, bro.
Go on.
He has his foot in the game, like to where he actually put some music out. And you're saying this stuff because you take your pride in putting out the best type of music possible.
Yeah, and people used to, everybody, like, not just in hip hop, but people used to like put effort into their music and shit. You know, oh yo, you can't really understand what you said there. Record that one more time.
Yeah.
These rappers do this. Yeah, I shit you now. You probably haven't heard this song. We're at the shop, and this song comes on. DJ Khaled from his new album, and this fucking dude kicks in. I don't know who he is. I assume it's Future. I'm like, what the fuck? Okay, when you say mumble rappers and you're like, you can't understand them, you know, you can halfway understand them, and it's more just like when you're making fun of them, right? Like, these mumble rappers, you can't. But this dude, that's how he sounded. I'll show you after we record this episode, bro.
Okay.
It's like, anyways.
No,
my whole point. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, I was just gonna say I find this funny because I was actually watching an interview of the Breakfast Club, and they were talking about how it feels like nobody wants to be the best anymore. Yeah, you have the Kendricks, the J. Cole's, but before, as a whole industry, everybody wanted to be the best.
There was competition.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit anymore.
Yeah, bro.
They're all satisfied with mumbling. They're more concerned with face tattoos than lyrics, bro. These dudes got more tattoos than actual lyrics on their songs. The songs be so repetitive. They should be like 5 words repeated over and over again. But you look at their finger in their face, and they got more tattoos than they do words on their hooks.
Yo, bro, where is this coming from? This is so funny, man.
Okay.
Are you just tired?
No, bro, I'm so mad.
Why? Because they're famous and they're doing.
I'll tell you why. Because the new people, the millennials. Fuck y'all. No, I'm just playing.
Bro, are they even the millennials? Because this is like the new generation, bro.
I'm gonna tell you why it bugs me. I don't care if you want to make trash ass music. If that's your shit and you want to make music and it's terrible and you have an audience that listens to that terrible shit,
because some people like it.
Yeah. Then do your own thing. I don't give a fuck. What really grinds my gears, I'm gonna tell you what. Really, Peter Griffin. You know what grinds my gears? Whack rappers. Nah, I'm gonna tell you why. What really bugs me about the whole rappers.
Okay.
That we call them rappers, bro. We're calling these dude rappers
or MCs.
MCs. Let me ask you something. If you were a basketball player, what would you say is the one obvious skill that you should have to be considered a basketball player? You do what well?
I would say 2 things though, bro.
Well, just like
scoring, right?
I would say let's get even simpler. Let's break it down even more. If you're a basketball player, what are you good at?
Being able to handle a ball.
Basketball, bro.
Yeah.
You know how to play basketball. Why are we calling rappers that can't rap rappers? That's what bugs me. Why are we giving them this title, bro? There are people that like work on their craft their entire lives to put out a mixtape, and these people put some words together, like just fucking mumble, and everybody's like, "Yo, did you hear that new rapper?" I'm like, "That new what?"
You would be happy if they were saying artists, right?
Oh, no. Sure, bro. Give them their own genre. If they had their own genre, listen. I don't like screamo. Right? But if you want to say that person is a good artist or a good screamo
That's his name?
singer. No.
Put it. your hand, bro. Keep it in.
And let's say if you were a good I'm not a big fan of country, but if you're good at country music,
you respect it.
yeah, that's even if I don't like it, it's like, okay, that's a country artist, so they're good at country music. But if you're gonna put someone in the category of rap and call them a rapper,
they have to be good at the craft.
You gotta be at least a good rapper.
Yeah.
And it seems like all they're good at is social media. They're really good at gaining fan bases.
Well,
because they do stupid shit.
Can't you say that about like a lot of pop and R&B singers too? Like they're good at networking, but that's why they're big. It's not necessarily they're big for their music. Because bro, a couple female artists are coming up that just 10 years ago they would have never blown up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But like, okay, for example, no, I guess let me see if I get what you mean. Like for example, like the Britney Spears, right?
Yeah.
They're supposed to be pop artists. You would think that they're good at singing, but they're not, right? Is that what you mean? But because they're good at like they're good looking and their publicists make them look good and they do the right.
Yes.
But
yes.
Okay, but if you're a pop artist, you're a popular, right? That's where the term comes from.
Yeah.
It's popular music, so they're just there to look pretty. Everyone knows they're not the most talented singers. If you're a pop singer like the Britney Spears and the Christina Aguilera's, even though Christina Aguilera is actually really fucking good.
No, but I was gonna say to this. But even though they couldn't sing, they still put out good music. Like, for example, if you go back to listen to some Britney Spears songs, they still sound good today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these artists, they come out with music, and I feel like it's only accepted because of the time.
Yeah. That's what, and I'm glad you brought that because that was just a perfect transition to what I was gonna say. This is my whole thing in this. How I can argue this. If you take any of today's new rappers, fucking, let's say, Lil Pump, right? Take him back to the early 2000s, fucking.
Just 2010, bro.
Late 90s. Bro.
Just 2010.
In 2010, they would have still probably been like, what the fuck is this garbage?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But then going back to what like rap and hip hop is and how it was supposed to be lyrical and you had to have skill at emceeing, right?
Or so like a 50 Cent, you knew how to put
together songs.
Yes.
Song structures, how to put a hook together. Not only that it was catchy, but it made sense. There were actual lyrics in there.
Yes.
Because he had catchy hooks, but he had good lyrics too. Like
they weren't the greatest, but it fit with the song.
Yeah, and they were good enough for people to be like, you know what? That's a rapper. He raps. You know, he's not Eminem, he's not Jay-Z in terms of wordplay and like rhyme schemes and all that shit.
Well, yeah, even hooks, yeah.
But he can rap.
Yeah.
There's no argument that
and
he can rap.
And then his choruses were
but there was never an argument, is he a good rapper? He can rap. He might not be your favorite rapper, but he can fucking rap. Now, you take Lil Pump. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, my bad, Lord, drunk coke. Yo, it's, first of all, the lyrics suck. So I question, it's not even so much do I like the song, my question is, can they even rap?
No,
are they good at it?
No, that's my problem. Because when I listen, okay, let's say go down to a few good artists. The Kendricks, the J. Cole's, I would put Mac Millers in there, and the unknown artists too that don't get credit because they don't want to sell out, right?
Yeah.
When I listen to them, I never once think, can I do what he does?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know I can't.
Exactly.
But when I listen to the mainstream artists, and when we say mainstream, we're not saying, oh, they're getting their music out to the fan base. We're saying mainstream like they sold out or they're just doing what they're doing to be big, right? They're not doing it for the craft.
Yeah.
Every time I listen to them, I'm like, yo, if I had their look, I can do this.
And the thing is, if you get a couple face tats, you have their look.
Yeah, that's the...
Bro, this is what I mean. They can't rap, and it's like, it's exactly what you mean. Anybody that listens to him could be like, you know what? If I had the proper recording equipment, I could make a song like that. How do you know? Well, I could mumble.
Yeah.
If I get the right producer.
Or you could just talk about sex and drugs, you know?
Yeah. And you know what? Somebody asked me. We were talking about this the other day with a client, and he said, what is the biggest difference? What do people why does the old generation of all hip hop heads complain about today's music being about drugs?
Because they don't live that life.
No, and listen to this. Watch this. So it was, okay, why are you complaining that they talk about drugs so much when the previous generation, the Jay-Z's, the 50 Cents, Nas, that's all they talk about, drugs. And I'm like, there's a big difference. There's a huge difference, and I'll tell you what it is. The old generation hip-hop was about selling drugs, getting rich off of drugs. The new generation...
is about taking it.
Is about doing those drugs.
Yeah.
They're on that's what fucked up. And their music reflects it, bro.
No, but also
Even if it's an act.
But also to go what I previously said, the reason the previous generation has a problem with this current generation because they're talking about this thug life and all this stuff, but they're not living it. You know?
Yeah.
And if they are living it, it's because they're taking the drugs. They're like the consumer and not the supplier. You know?
All I'm saying is, since when did it become cool to be a drug user? Like not like I'm not talking about weed and shit.
No,
Everybody
hardcore drugs.
Yeah, like fucking meth and all this
Molly
bullshit.
and all that stuff.
Yeah, since when did it become cool to be the junkie?
Or this is the thing. Like if you go to any of the rappers who admit to doing it, like for example, a current generation rapper, MGK, he admits to doing drugs, but he's never proud of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Whereas the new generation's entire like selling point is we are on these drugs.
Yeah.
We're the junkies.
Come join us.
Yeah.
And
the old rappers used to make fun of these junkies.
Yeah.
You know, yo, we got rich off these junkies. Junkies in the street. We sold them so much fucking drugs and all this fucked up shit that'll ruin their life. But guess what? That's how we got rich, because they kept coming back. And it seems like now this new generation is all about like, yo, guess what? We're those junkies,
or
bro.
the biggest thing, Eminem, he would make legit satire out of the conversation, you know?
Yeah. Man, it really grinds my gears, bro.
Yo, it's so funny because, okay, Michael would love to talk to you about this because he's a big music fan. He's a music enthusiast, and because like before, back then, like just 10 years ago, bro, you could have a whole portfolio of MCs you listen to. Where now it's like, realistically, you could count them on your hands. Right?
Yeah.
And all the ones that are coming up, it's just it feels like they have no respect for the game. That's why I do respect Logic, bro.
See, we were talking about this earlier, but I don't mind Logic. At least he's lyrical. He's trying. You could tell he's actually passionate about his craft. My whole thing with Logic is what I was talking about earlier. Whereas back then, if you didn't like 50 Cent, it would have been like, I just don't like his type of music. But you can't knock that he's a good rapper. That's my thing with Logic. I don't knock that he's a good rapper or everything else.
No, it's just
I just don't like his music. I just think it's a little too inspirational for me. Which is why I didn't like Eminem's Not Afraid. I'm a huge Eminem fan, but Not Afraid was one of my least favorite songs. Just because it was a little too uplifting. Talking about Take My Hand, bro.
So how you feel about his Beyonce song then, bro?
Okay.
It's the same exact crap.
When I first heard it, I was like, is this Macklemore? Tell me it doesn't sound like a Macklemore song, just the piano throughout.
Okay, but Macklemore's music would still be catchier.
Because Eminem's never been about being catchy. It was always about lyricism.
That's the problem.
But this wasn't catchy. It was just lyrical. So that's what I did like about it.
Was it really lyrical?
What I did like about it was that, one, it was very like, it was a mature song. You know, to the point where like...
It sounded very religious to me and preachy.
Yeah. I'm atheist. So I thought that was kind of corny.
I always thought Eminem was atheist until now.
Yeah, he's been his latest songs have been very like
religious.
Yeah,
it's like, bro, you just can't hop on board 40 years later.
Yeah, but I did like the
you liked it. You
the
liked
delivery.
Yeah,
like the delivery.
He's not angry anymore, or he's not
rapping fast, which is great.
Bro, but that's the thing that pisses me off. His delivery and the tone of his voice. That's old Eminem, you know, or oldish. But it's just the messages, bro, and how the music sounds is just. And this has nothing to do with growing as an artist. I'm all about that. My whole thing is this is like. Because for me, I didn't find nothing wrong with what Eminem said when he was younger. So that's why, like, how he's going so...
Well, because it was music. It was just music.
No, exactly. Yeah. And now it feels like he's being very political, which I don't mind. It's just... man.
It's not Eminem.
Can you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, okay. Now, his second single, Untouchable, tackled the whole Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought the subject was cool. Delivery was well done. It was a bit cringy, but you can't... I feel like it was cool for him to acknowledge it. One, because we have to admit that rap is predominantly black culture.
Yeah.
Right.
Or can we say ethnic... Well, not ethnic, but like non-white culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for him to have gotten
Quote,
so
unquote.
rich, popular, and all his wealth and his success off of that... I think it's a cool, like, I stand with you, like, solidarity song.
Yeah.
As long as the whole album isn't about social justices and, I don't care where he stands on the whole gender thing. I don't want to hear a song about that shit. Even if he agrees with...
Especially because his previous music is like, just don't touch the subject.
Yeah. Like the whole black thing, he was never like against like the black culture, so it was cool for him to stand up against it.
Yeah.
What I don't like, and I really have hated, and we're just talking about this, the features on his album that he put out. To be
Mainstream,
fair,
bro.
As of right now, we haven't heard the album because it's not out yet.
Yes, but it's not encouraging.
It's not encouraging. There's one rapper on there, and it's Fresher. I don't know who the fuck this dude is.
Do you think it's like from his label? I hope that's the only reason for it, right?
I thought maybe he's a guy from Detroit.
Well, let's hope. But bro, that's another thing that's with my problem. Because Recovery was the first album where he didn't have a rapper from his label that I can think of, right? He had Lil Wayne, but... Because you remember how every album up to that point, he always had a feature with 50 Cent, and he always had a feature with somebody from Detroit, remember?
Yeah.
And then that was the first album that kind of swayed that. I didn't mind with Recovery because that was just a completely different album. But now this is 3 straight albums where...
Where's 50 Cent? Dr. Dre, Kendrick. Well, Kendrick was on Marshall Mathers LP too, but that was such a like bullshit.
That was a mainstream song, bro.
That was a comedian song.
Yeah,
comedic.
Kendrick didn't go hard.
Yeah. I want a song where like Bitch Please, where you have like Exhibit, Dr. Dre, and Eminem, and
or
Snoop
Stop
Dogg.
the Music, right?
Yeah. B12.
Yes.
Fuck, where it's like fuck a hook.
1 shot, 2 shot.
Yeah, actual rappers rapping.
Yeah.
And it's I know like the Kendrick one on Marshall Mathers LP 2 was a rap song, but it was a comedian song. It was a funny song. It was supposed to be like a joke. But I really thought that with this revival, I thought maybe he was reviving his old self, that would get a little Kendrick. Fuck Kendrick, a little 50 Cent. Yo,
because don't forget,
put out a song with 50 Cent.
No, and don't forget, he put out a single on YouTube or whatever before where he went back to, like, you remember, I forgot the single, but it was before the singles from the album where it sounded like original Eminem. So when he said, "Oh, my new album Revival is releasing
December 15th,"
it's like, okay, yo, I'm hopeful. And then the first single he releases, bro, it's with Beyonce.
So in case y'all don't know and you haven't seen the track list features, let's see if I can remember them all. Beyonce, Alicia Keys, Ed Sheeran, Pink.
Which I did not...
He had an old song with Pink, so Pink's dope.
Yes.
Pink gets a pass.
Yeah.
And Skylar Grey gets a pass, too, because I've always said Skylar Grey is the female Eminem.
And she's also part of that label, too.
Yeah, she writes amazing music. A lot of Eminem hits where you have a female person singing on it was written by her.
Yeah.
Or performed by her.
She's underrated.
Too fucking dope, man.
Yeah.
She's a female Eminem. If you listen to her music, they're so dark. And
but they still...
It's dark. It's a dark matter, but she sings it so beautifully.
Yeah.
It's like,
or it'll come off in a lighter tone, even though it's a darker matter.
Even though it's a really dark subject matter.
Just like Eminem.
Yeah. But
I'm glad you brought that up because but it's like two. But the thing too, those two they've been working with Eminem, you know.
Yeah. And it's so Skylar Grey and Pink get a pass, but let me just be clear. I like Pink individually. I've heard not too much from Ed Sheeran, but I've heard a couple good songs. He wrote that Justin Bieber "Sorry" song, if I'm not mistaken. He's a great writer. He's a great singer on his own. And Alicia Keys, I respect Alicia Keys. I'm not too big on her music, but I've heard a couple of her songs that I did like a lot. It's just her style's not for me.
No, I respect her. I don't like her. The thing is though, when I hear these people, bro. For example, Alicia Keys was with Jay-Z, Empire State of Mind.
Yeah.
They sound like they can make a song together.
Yeah.
Eminem and Alicia Keys is just...
Yeah, and that's why I want to give it the benefit of the doubt, because maybe they'll pull it off. I think Beyonce and Eminem worked well on that song. Whether or not you like the song, it sounded like it was a cohesive... Like she belonged, right? Yeah. So I want to hear what they're going to do in Ed Sheeran. I mean, he had Bruno Mars on that one... album with Royce the 5'9".
But that I still think
Okay, but nah, back to my
Okay,
point.
yeah.
Here's the shit that really bugs me about having these people, even though I respect
Getting
them
back
as
to the
individual
overall point.
artists.
Yeah.
I respect all these pop singers that he has on the album as individual artists. What I don't like about him putting them on the album is that his whole career, or at least the very beginning of his career, the first couple albums, he was so adamant about, is that even the right word, adamant?
Yeah.
Okay. About hating pop singers, pop culture. He's making fun of the Christina Aguilera's, the NSYNCs, the Backstreet Boys, and now he has them on his album. Not those same people, but it's that same pop culture. How are you gonna put those people on your album, man?
And don't forget too, he was all about bringing up the rappers who don't get the credit they deserve because they're not mainstream.
Yo, there are so many people on
bro.
Eminem albums that I would have never heard had they not been on Eminem albums.
Yes. And let's be real, he is the reason why D12 for those two albums was as big as they were.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just, and it also sucks because now we're talking about like this mainstream, bro. I've listened to 2 Slaughterhouse mixtapes, right? Mm-hmm. It's completely different from their studio albums.
Is in a good way?
No, you remember Slaughterhouse, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember their first studio album was commercial as hell?
So was the mixtape better?
In my opinion, yeah. It felt more real. And that was like, their first album was released during the trend of going towards...
Yo, Joel Ortiz is so nasty. He's too fucking dope. Joel Ortiz from Slaughterhouse?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I've actually grown a fan of Joe Budden. Joe Budden.
You know what I don't like about Joe Budden?
What?
I love his lyrics. His voice, something about his voice doesn't sound right with me. So sometimes I'll listen to his song and I'll be vibing because the beat selection is on point. The lyrics are out of this fucking world. And then I'm listening to his voice and I'm just like, when he says fuck, he says fuck. Like that fuck. Yo, little things. I'm very particular about little shit. That shit fucks with me. I'm like, why you say fuck like that, bro?
Can we just say this real quick? This is why I'm such a big fan of Drake. Because I feel like he understands what good music sounds like.
Oh, bro, from top to bottom, from selection to verses to hooks to how to sell the song to the videos. Yo, everybody laughed at him for that little dance he did on the Hotline Bling.
Yeah.
And
but
he
that's
sold
what made it big.
He sold that shit, and he sold that shit so well that I don't know if it was an accident or not that he was trying to like make himself look stupid, but it fucking worked. And that's not the first time that he has done something. When he went at the whole Meek Mill thing, and he put back to back, and the cover of the fucking single was the Blue Jays defeating when the Blue Jays won back to back titles against Philly.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I don't know if that shit was coincidental that
it
just
can't
happened
be.
like that.
It can't
right?
be.
So the little things that Drake be doing, that's just like, that's fucking genius. Did you think of that, or did your group, somebody in your management team or whoever it was? But that's fucking, it works because an artist is not just yourself. Like you got to have the right people around you. Yeah,
and it's been proven he doesn't write all his songs.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, every artist, if you look at the manual, if you still buy physical media,
I still do.
No, thank you. Sure. But if you go to every song, basically every song, it just does not have the rapper saying they wrote the song, you know?
Yeah.
There's multiple people that help, and it takes a great artist to pinpoint what will sound good and what won't, you know?
Yeah. And, fuck, you mentioned something that I wanted to touch on.
What was it about?
Okay, we're talking about Drake.
About how everything he does is... I can't think, bro.
That's gonna fuck with me, and we can't have an awkward silence. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Okay,
if it comes back to me, I'll
I'll
mention it.
No, but I was gonna say this goes back to the whole thing. I feel like besides the 9 or 10 people you could count on your hands, and and we're talking about mainstream because there's always been a massive group of underground people who just never get the credit and fame, but. It's just, bro, it's like 3 things. When you count MCs, like being a true rapper, right? It's lyrics, it's being able, the flow, the delivery, being able to actually make lyrics off of beats and not putting beats onto the lyrics, you know?
Yeah.
And it just feels like basically every new MC has none of those.
And sell it to a believable amount. So you're like, okay, he's not just what do they call these people these days? A culture vulture.
Okay, yeah, that's actually a good word.
Right?
Yeah.
I like that word because it sounds funny. But
no, it's actually catchy though.
like, have you heard the word for people that buy like Supreme and shit? Hype beasts. I love that word.
I've heard that from the Breakfast Club. So
Hype
yes.
beast.
Yeah.
Every time I hear that word, bro, I think a literal beast. That's just hyped up as fuck.
But that's what. Yo, but I want to say this too. A perfect example of a hype beast, right, is Waka Flocka, right?
Yeah.
But now, bro, if you listen to when he does release music and you listen to his interviews, he's a perfect example of he's completely grown. He doesn't respect what he used to be. You know, he doesn't respect, oh, why are you guys bragging about all this money? Why are you guys bragging about taking drugs? We used to talk about this, and the rappers I grew up with used to talk about this because we had to. That's our life.
Yeah.
And now you guys are making this hip and famous.
They're
and
making it hip to take drugs and fuck up and be inebriated all day long.
Yes.
Whereas before, like we were talking about, it was cool to get rich off these fucking bums.
Yeah.
Man, listen, it's some bullshit. Fuck these new rappers. Fuck you, Lil Yachty. Fuck you, Lil Pump. There was another one, a Lil Pump's friend. It's probably the same guy who was getting the head at Denny's. So I hear.
Yo, how did he get away with that? Was the Denny's empty or something?
I don't fucking know. I watched that shit like 3 times. I was like, is she really giving him top?
Bro, think about that. He's getting head in a public restaurant. That's G.
It's because these rappers don't give a fuck. Oh, fuck. I was going to say something else, too. Okay. Oh, I got it. Okay. Someone pointed out to me. They're like, okay, well, these new rappers aren't the most lyrical. But Sebastian, back in the early 2000s, Southern rap wasn't very lyrical.
What?
I'm like, first of all,
that's
disrespect. Because, listen, to Ludacris, all these people were so good. Second of all,
Ludacris is underrated lyric.
Second of all,
bro,
even if you were the wackest rapper back then, you would rap circles around today's best rappers, not counting the J. Cole's mumble rappers.
Yeah. No, on average. No,
yeah.
Okay, are you going to remember what you're going to say?
Sure, we're talking about...
Okay, no, I just want to say, this has to do with culture and entertainment, period. Think about cartoons, bro. The worst cartoons back then are like, they would shit on the cartoons now, on average. You know? It's like everything is just taking, I think it has to do culture as a society, like society and culture all together. It's like everything's being dumbed down. For what reason?
Bro, it's the dumbing down of America.
But finish your statements.
The old rappers back then, the southern rappers, the trap rappers, you know, you had Waka Flocka Flame. You could compare him to a lot of the new rappers.
But the Young Jeezys, the T.I.s, all these ATL.
Yeah. You could say, oh, well, they were the non-lyrical rappers of that generation. But even they were lyrical as fuck. And even if you weren't the most lyrical, like G-Eazy, Waka Flocka, it was, first of all, you can understand what the fuck they were saying, which is huge.
And they would have some good hooks here and there, too, you know?
Yeah. And even if their verses weren't the greatest, they were actual complete verses, man. Where today it's just like, oh my girl, do yoga. Oh my girl, do yoga.
It's statements.
Oh
it's
my
not.
girl, do.
It's not.
It's monotone as fuck too. That's another thing that bugs me. There's no enthusiasm. I mean, I guess if you're high as fuck all the time when you're recording. I mean, Eminem was high as fuck when he was recording, but he was on coke and weed. These people,
and probably other drugs
these
too.
These people are on lean and depressants. These people are falling asleep on the mic.
Yeah.
Oh my bitty do yoga. Oh my bitty do yoga. Oh my bitty do yoga. Chance the Rapper's cool. I like Chance the Rapper.
But I want to say this too. It's okay when that's your style, you know, when it's just one person, but when everybody.
That's what I'm saying. It's a whole. They're basically their own genre, and the fact that the thing that bugs me is that we don't call them. We're not giving them their genre.
We're calling you. You just feel disrespected because you feel like you're a rapper, in a sense, right?
Yeah. Well, it's been so long, but
I know, but
it was a thing that I was really passionate about, and for. I'm not black, let's be real, right? So it's not
You're Hispanic, though, so...
Yeah, but if I wanted to get any recognition from anybody, I would have actually have to have been good.
Yeah.
Right? And whether I was or not, that's up to people's opinions. But I actually had to try to be good.
I also want to say this. There's one thing you told me. It was some feature from an artist we messed with, and some guy, just, his lyrics weren't good. And you told me this. You don't understand how you have a feature on this great of an artist's album to where you would not put your best in. And just from the lyrics, you know they didn't try.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who you're talking about.
But you remember this conversation, right?
Yeah. Man, you had to come with your A game every time. When I used to write and everything, and I would do features with, like, buddies. There's some guy in Jersey, the con artist. Fucking awesome dude, amazingly talented, still raps. Check him out. Khan artist. All one word. The Khan artist, New Jersey. Awesome dude, and lots of people in his circle that we used to do songs with him. And every time, like, if I sent him a song, and I already had my verse written, and he had something written already, or he would like, I would send him. Let's say it was a 3-verse song. I would send him the beat with my first verse on it, empty second and third verse. He would send back his second verse, and I would hear it, and that shit was so good. You know what I would do? I would hit him up. I'm like, bro, just so you know, I'm rewriting my verse. He goes, why? I'm like, cause your shit was too good.
Yeah, you don't want to feel.
Yeah, I don't want to feel like.
It's like the Jay-Z Renegade. You remember? If people don't know, Jay-Z actually had an original. He was supposed to go first.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was supposed to, because if I'm correct, Eminem has his verse first, and then it's Jay-Z, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Jay-Z was actually supposed to start the song first, and then Eminem was supposed to go last. But when Jay-Z heard Eminem's lyrics,
he had to rewrite that shit.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. And now, because it was our competition, even though it was people you fuck with, in your own team.
Time out. He might have still went first on the song, but if you listen to his lyrics, he's responding to stuff Eminem says. Which, when you go through the writing process, that's not how it normally works. So,
unless you're in the same room together, which doesn't happen often.
So that means he read Eminem's lyrics and he was like, "Yo, I have to rewrite this." And he said he's rewritten those lyrics because Eminem's was so good. But that's what we're talking about. And continue. My bad.
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. Like, there was that aspiration, that wanting to be good, not be stood up or in your own fucking song. And even if it was in your own song, if you're featuring on someone else's song, you want to try to kill that person in their own song.
Yeah, bro.
Not just come up with some bullshit ass. Listen, you know who's the best example for this? Nicki Minaj. I fuck with Nicki Minaj. I'll tell you why. Because if you listen to her old shit, she can rap.
No, she can.
She can really fucking rap. But if you heard her, if you only judged her off her radio shit, you would think she's a
sellout,
bro.
No, but that's the thing. Her albums.
It's my favorite line from her. I'm a star, sheriff badge.
Is that sarcasm?
No, bro, that was a real lyric of hers.
But that's probably from one of her singles, right?
Yeah.
But if you listen
I think it was on a feature. But that's the point. I'm like, why are you putting out songs where you don't try? Whether it's a feature or it's a throwaway song on your album. Even the throwaway songs on your album should have like they're not the best songs only because the other ones were so fucking good.
No, but that's
not
the
because
thing.
you didn't try.
If you listen to her non-singles off of her albums, they're lyrically freaking good.
Yeah.
She can rap.
And
she's a rapper.
Yeah. She's a real fucking rapper. Whereas these new guys, they couldn't spit a real bar to save their life. Not only are their lyrics bad, bro, we haven't even talked about their flow. Their flow is so bad. It's the same flow. But
you know what it is? That's how you can. I feel like that's
what identifies them.
And also, because they don't. I think they pick their beats. I mean, I think they make their raps and then they put the beats that sound best. Because if for your average person, the greatest rappers, they pick their beats and then make lyrics to go off
the beats.
Yes, that's why if you notice to like some of the like the Eminems, the Jay-Z's, the Nas's, even the 50 Cents, their flow from track to track will switch up because of the beat.
Yeah.
Where now everything's the same.
I've never thought about that, but that's probably why. They probably write all their shit and then put it to a beat.
Yeah.
They probably write like a whole entire notebook full of just one song.
Yeah.
And then just pick like, okay, from here to here this will be one song. From here to here is another song, even though it's all the same shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no. And
if you listen to all the like the Migos songs, not all of them because I haven't heard all of them.
You're saying the ones you've heard.
The ones I've heard, the shit that plays on the radio.
Yeah.
The beginning of every song sounds like the beginning of every other Migos song.
And I've only heard 3, but yes.
It's all the same. Bro, it's down to the hi-hats. The hi-hats in every new Mumble song are placed in the same pattern.
Yeah.
Like, you can almost listen to the hi-hats alone and be like, that's a mumble rapper. Even if you just heard the instrumental, be like, who do you think was rapping on this shit? Probably Migos.
You know, another way to think about it too, you take away the beat, they can basically become the same songs.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yo, even Gucci Mane. was manageable. I could listen. Gucci Mane was never my type of rap, anyways. I like the real lyrical shit, but even his shit.
But
was
he had
like,
a style.
Yeah, it was a style, and it was not only was it unique, but you can understand what he was saying. And it might not be the greatest lyrics, but they were goddamn lyrics.
Just real quick though, like as an example, think about just ATL, right? T.I., Young Jeezy, isn't Gucci Mane from the ATL?
I think so.
Okay, so Gucci Mane, Ludacris, right? 4 different rappers, 4 really big rappers to a certain degree.
Yep.
Do they sound similar at all besides having that southern style?
No.
Not at all.
Not at all. It's, bro.
That's the problem.
That shit, it pisses me off, bro.
Bro, that's why I respect Big Sean, because lyrically, he's
Yo.
average. He really, lyrically, he's average. But
Well, compared to like the Nas's and the Jay-Z's.
Yeah, well, he's great for us. But
for his generation, he's one of, I would consider it like in the top tier of his generation.
But for like in history, he would be average.
Yeah.
But everything
because you had
else,
like multi-syllable rhyming with like Nas, Eminem's, Jay-Z, right?
Yes.
Whereas this guy's more about like the punchlines. But at least he was trying.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. And then everything else, the beats he picks, he actually makes whole albums, you know?
Yeah.
And every album, if you go from album to album, they have a different, distinct style. And that's another thing about the rappers now, bro.
You just mentioned what I have forgotten earlier.
From Drake?
Yeah, but it wasn't. We were talking about Drake, so I thought it was about Drake. But it's in general why I like buying albums still, physical albums, because when even if you just buy it on Spotify, but on Spotify you can just randomize the order and listen to it like.
Oh, the order.
Yeah. Albums before, if you go back to like LPs,
the skits and stuff,
and LPs, right, where you couldn't really skip a song unless you're gonna pick up the needle and manually.
Oh yes,
you had to listen to it in the order that the artist wanted to present that body of work.
My only problem though, nowadays, besides like the truly great ones still in the game, do you feel like albums even have an order?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, because it's a single culture, artists are putting out singles
on albums.
I don't know how true this is, but I heard Lil Pump signed a 5-album deal.
Yeah.
Bro, I would like to see this dude follow up Gucci Gang.
Have you ever heard of the chick Meet Me Outside?
She got a record deal.
3 albums.
Bro, listen. I knew she had a deal. I didn't know it was 3 albums. This is the fuck I'm talking about. And you know what's the worst part? These people are so fucking stupid. They're signing 360 deals.
What's that?
A 360 deal is when your label gets a cut of everything. Everything. Your merchandise, your tours, your singles, your everything. They get a cut out of it. If you do a commercial for Nike, they get a cut of that shit.
You know what it is?
Shit that has nothing to do with them.
They see the upfront money and they don't even...
That's the thing. These people are so high and stupid. They don't realize that in advance it's not a paycheck.
Yo, what do you want the title of this episode to be? Because this could be anything,
Listen,
bro.
new SoundCloud rappers, please believe if you make it and you get in advance, that's not your money. The label will recoup 100% of your advance.
What Macklemore said.
What did he say?
You don't.
Oh yeah.
He had that one song. The entire song was about 5% this, 12% that. So are you telling me at the end of the day I'm only making 2.5% of all my sales? And
yeah.
Like, pretty much.
Bro, if you get it, like if your music video's budget was $1 million. That's not money that they're just spending on your video.
Yeah,
they will recoup that shit.
Yeah.
When they spend $1 million on your music video, your music video gets 300 million views, and that shit makes $1 million, that's not your $1 million. That first $1 million is theirs.
No, or if your video bombs, that's coming out your pocket.
Yeah.
Or in some way.
Yeah, and that's why that's part of why they make 360 deals now. Why the labels want 360 deals, because if they're gonna put all this money on a rapper, all the stock on saying,
or just let's say artists
Pump,
to this
Lil
point,
Pump is gonna make us a lot of money. We're gonna put $1 million into this stupid faggot ass Gucci Gang video, and that video bombs. They need to recoup that money somewhere else, and that'll be from his tours, from his music videos, from his merchandise, from.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, this dude can make a YouTube video at home sucking some guy's dick. And if he gets paid for that, the label's getting a cut of it. New rappers, please learn about the deals you're signing. Oh my gosh.
So how you want to end this? Like, what do you want the audience to come come away from this? Because I know we were a little all over the place. At the end of the day, I want to personally say, we can always respect talent and art.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. We can't even respect.
Yeah. And my other thing, let's just end this video with saying, how about, I want suggestions for what the fuck we should call the new genre of these rappers. They should have their own genre. Why the fuck not? Everybody wins. You get to have your shitty music, if you want to call it music, and you don't have to associate it with actual rap music. Because if you're a rapper, if you're going to call yourself a fucking rapper, you should have one basic requirement. Know how to rap.
Yeah.
Can I pick up this mic and drop it?
No. We don't have money for that, bro. So, if Michael was here, he would say, as Sebastian said, hit the comments up. Let us know how you felt about the video. Let us know how you feel about this topic, because I feel like we're just letting shit go by. You know, we're growing accustomed to this non-art, and we as the consumer is the biggest reason for it, I believe.
Yeah, we're tackling all the wrong issues as a society. Why are we? What the fuck? How many genders there are? There's only 2. But why are we letting rappers that aren't rappers call themselves rappers? That's the real shit we should be protesting. America, get on that.
So if Daniel was here, he would say,
Attack artists.
hit the links. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram individually or as the Rhinos and Aliens group. Sebastian is technically the co-founder with me. He's the inspiration for why I started this.
But I don't want to take any credit for what you guys have become. I'm not here enough to really take credit.
No,
what you guys have done is amazing.
Do you really think that?
I really think so.
Okay,
So
that
I can't take credit.
Well, you are one of our biggest fans, so I do respect that. I know crap has been rough financially, so once that comes through in the future, because we're always going to be doing this, you will see this guy around. And once we start getting him in episodes with Jordan and Danielle, the fans going to hit the roof. So, well, the fans are already at the roof, but you guys get the memo. So
they're at the ceiling.
I remember Michael Jordan says something where he says, "Nothing's higher than the ceiling." He was giving a pep rally to North Carolina Tar Heels.
Oh.
Just let that sink in for a second. But thank you guys. We really do appreciate the support and love. And by the way, I don't think we introduced ourselves.
Oh, I'm Steve.
and I'm out. I'm
Royce.
Royce?
Royce.
Royce? I look like a Royce?
How tall are you?
I'm not putting that on record, bro.
Royce the 6'2". Ladies.
Wait, is that why he says 5'9"?
I think so.
Are you serious?
He's 5'9". If I'm not mistaken, that's why. I don't know. I think I saw him.
That's
answering
actually
that on
catchy, bro.
Yeah.
But that's like now it's like everybody has Lil in front of their names, like so original.
Yeah, little pump, little yachty, little boat.
Yo, when I heard Lil Bo, I thought somebody was pregnant. Okay, guys, we need to end this. We have a busy day ahead of us. So thank you. We hope to see you next week for the 37th episode. And if you want to see this knucklehead around more, yo, put that in the comments. Let him know. That'll give him support. Because he's like in his, I gotta eat some.
I listen to everybody else. I listen to anybody who's not Francis. Francis the 6'2". Don't forget.
All right, peace out, everybody.
Have a good one.
So, if you want to subscribe, just hit this bad boy up here, that big fat rhino. If you want the newest video, to the right. If you want the recommended, to the left. And then, of course, our personal dick pic. Yep, right below. So, thank you for joining us once again, and we hope to see you next week. So, peace out.
Peace.